Oh my gosh. I feel like I look crazy. Tee. I literally look insane. I look insane. I'm not used to seeing myself without lashes. Anyways. Hey guys! As you know, I'm so obsessed with Halloween. I'm very dedicated to my costumes. So I took my eyelashes off for the whole month of October. And I got this pink wig installed by Beauty Queen Studios here in Las Vegas. And today I'm going to be turning myself into Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. I am so excited because she is one of those cartoon characters that is pink, and everyone knows I love pink, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I hope I can pull it off. Wish me luck. So I pinned my hair back, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I actually had a whole different way that I was planning on doing this, and I filmed it. I had done my eyes, and then I went to do my brows, and I just couldn't get my brows right. I was trying to do it without blocking them out, but I just really feel like my brows are too dark and too thick that I really have to commit and block the brows down so that I can color correct and hopefully get as much as the darkness out of my brows so I can turn them neon pink, basically. So yeah, I'm starting over and my eyes are already sore, and yeah, we're just gonna now block down my brows, which I'm actually doing for the first time as well, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, after wiping my brows with an alcohol wipe, I go in with the Elmer's glue stick. It has to be the purple disappearing one. You're gonna rub that in your brows back and forth and use a spoolie to really shape them and put them into place exactly how you want them to look. You can use your fingers also to make sure that they are dry. And then you are not supposed to go in with powder yet. That's why I wiped it off. This is my first time blocking my brows, but you're definitely supposed to do multiple layers of glue first. I saw someone on TikTok say to lick it to make it more tacky. Don't judge me. That's what I did, okay? You're supposed to do multiple layers of glue before powder. It wasn't making them disappear. Oh my god, there's a huge thunderstorm outside. Anyways, I'm using an alcohol wipe as I go along to get rid of the excess glue and powder so that when I go and do my base makeup, I have a nice clean base to work with. I'm also attempting to shape the brows, but I ended up just wiping off the powder and going in with an orange color corrector. I use orange because my brows are so dark, but after that, I'm going to use a light peach color to brighten them up. And then I hit it with a beauty blender, powder, and a fan before I go in with my actual concealer that I use, just to really block out the brows and make them the same color as my skin. It looks a little crazy, but then I went in with this highlighter pink cream and a highlighter pink shadow. I'm not the best at shaping my brows, so I just moved on to the eyes. I did a light pink as a base. This just preps the eyelids so the other pinks that I use blend really well. I don't want to talk about the brows, okay? I almost gave up. It's the best that I could do. They're even and they're like the size of my brows, but it just looks so intense because it's like pink. Very intensely like pink. So I don't know. I'm going to try and come back to that, but I just thought it was really cool that this shade is named Bubblegum. Now I'm using a really fluffy blending brush to take that bubblegum shade into the crease and a little bit above, not too close to my brows, because I'm going to go in with that highlighter pink I used for my brows into the crease and bring it out to kind of give it a more dramatic look. The key to this is blending and layers. Blend constantly until your arm falls off. Keep blending that color into the eyes. You want layers, you want dimension. Now I'm using my concealer on a tiny brush to go in and do a cut crease. This is going to give the shimmer that I want to put on my eyelid a nice clean base and a shape to work with before I go in with this shimmery pink from the Sugar palette it crumbled, but it's still a really pretty pink that I put on the lid. And then you guessed it, going in with more blending. I'm using that highlighter shade to soften up the edges of all the shimmer I put down. Then I use my pink highlighter and I'm going on the top of the brow to give that brow bone a nice highlight. And yep, back in with blending just to really make sure I go in through all the layers just to make sure it's all really blended and really just coming together nicely, not too harsh. Now I go in with a makeup remover and a Q-tip to clean up my mess and make it nice and sharp. I want some crisp lines, so I'm pulling my face back. And now it's time to go in with the pink face paint, people. I take some and I put it on the back of my hand and really work it in there because you need to warm it up to really blend it into your face. I'm using a beauty blender and I'm just gonna go in like my regular makeup. You cover your entire face in this pink. Now that my face looks like a pink blob, I'm going to use this translucent setting powder to set my under eyes. I personally do not like to do this. I won't be doing this again, and I'll show you why. I prefer to just use like a light pink eyeshadow and then go in for the contour with a dark pink, because once I put that translucent all over my face, like they say to do, it was just sticking on my face in this weird way. So I took a brush to try and get all of it off that I could, but it was really pissing me off. I don't know why it was sticking to my face all weird. So yeah, never again. I'd rather just look through my eyeshadow palettes and pick a really light pink. This is gonna work as my base. Basically, you're going to do exactly what you would do with your regular makeup routine, but pink. So this light pink is my base, my foundation. I'm putting it underneath my eyes. I'm also putting it on the parts of my nose that aren't going to have contour. I got my Dutch Bros, of course. I'm putting it also on my chin, my forehead, and making sure that I have right above the brows, my jaw, and then I'm going in with a darker pink as the contour. I'm putting that where I would normally put my contour. So underneath the cheekbones and the forehead, you gotta really blend. Trust me, it's gonna look crazy, but if you just spend your time blending underneath the chin, the nose, everything, it's gonna come together. And I use the same highlighter I used on my brow bone for my highlighter, same as I would use in my makeup routine. So I'm putting that at the top of my cheekbones and making sure it's really, bam, really highlighted. I'm doing my nose, the tip, and all along the bridge just to give it a lot of dimension and sparkle. And then I also go on to my forehead and above my lip so that when I do my lipstick, it's a little shiny up top. And then the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm going in with that same bright highlighter pink that I use for my brows and the eyelids, and I'm going to do the under eyes. And again, blending up top because I really just can't stop. I have to make sure everything is perfectly blended. I'm using the glitter one size setting spray because I just feel like Princess Bubblegum has to have glitter, but it came out really intense. So I tried to hold it further away from my face, and it's a lot of glitter. I'm not gonna lie. I used as much as I would normally use, but yeah, it ended up really glittery, but that's okay. So I went in with a normal one size setting spray just to really lock it in. So when I'm taking pictures and videos and everything, even though I'm choking, yeah, I'm okay. It's not gonna move. Then I put on the dress, the Princess Bubblegum dress, and I'm marking with a really light eyeliner where the dress goes. So I'm not painting my entire chest. I'm not painting everything. I'm just painting what you're gonna see. And those lines are gonna be my guide so I don't paint my body too much because I'm not gonna do more work than I need to. Now I'm going in with this $125 water-based paint palette. I found that water-based paint is the most important when you're showering afterwards. I learned that the hard way. This paint comes off as soon as the water hits it. It makes it so easy. So I'm painting my neck and all the places that are going to show outside of the dress. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it took me a couple of layers to get the exact pink to match my face. I wanted everything to really blend and be perfect, so I also did my ears, and then I'm doing my arms. I'm right-handed, so doing my left arm was a piece of cake. The right arm, not so much. I left my hands not painted so I can continue on with the face. I use mascara to go over my bottom lashes and my top lashes. I'm going in with black eyeliner, but I'm not good at this part, so I pretty much covered up my face and also with the mirror, so sorry. I'm not the best at filming that part. Then I'm going to put on some lashes. I chose Lily lashes in the style Hollywood. I wanted something cute and fluffy, but not too much to cover up all the beautiful eyeshadow that I spent so long blending. Now for the lips, I am lucky I have a lot of pink lip products. I had a pink lip liner that pretty much matched the eyebrows and the hair. I went in also with this lipstick that is the same color as the lip liner, and I covered my entire lips in it. It's from the Kylie Jenner birthday collection from forever ago. And then this is a pink peppermint shade from MAC that is pretty much the exact same shade as my base and as my face and my arms and everything. So I put that in the middle, and again, just blending to really give the lips that ombre effect look where it's lighter on the inside and darker on the outside. I messed around with them for quite some time before I felt like they were perfect. Then as the last final touch, I went in with this new Laneige glitter balm. It is in the shade Pink Supernova, and it just gave it that perfect glittery shine on top. I brought the hair forward and went through it with a hair straightener just to make it perfect. And then I was all done with the makeup look, finally. Okay, guys, I have the costume on. The costume on. I wish I had like a steamer or something, but I didn't know. It's very wrinkly, but whatever. And I had this crown made on Etsy. Oh my god. I think it's perfect. I think I killed it. Oh my gosh, my hands are my regular skin color, but my arms are pink. I feel like I really killed this, honestly. I'm very proud of myself. I think it looks better in person too, is the thing. I don't know why. I just want to add some sparkles to my arms. To match my face. And thank you, that's it. That's how I turned myself into Princess Bubblegum. Mwah.